Dark clouds continue to gather over the Middle East. Each new missile strike, each new drone launch, adds to a growing sense that the region stands on the edge of something larger. Yet despite decades of pressure, sanctions, threats of invasion, and repeated confrontations with powerful adversaries, Iran remains standing. For years, analysts and military planners have asked the same question. Why is Iran so difficult to defeat? The answer lies not in a single weapon or a single strategy, but in a complex system of survival built over decades. Iran's approach to war is not designed around quick victories or overwhelming technological superiority. Instead, it is built around endurance. The ability to absorb pressure, outlast stronger opponents, and make any confrontation so costly that even the most powerful militaries hesitate before committing to a full-scale war. The current tensions between Iran and Israel illustrate this reality. The conflict between the two states did not begin overnight. It is rooted in decades of political rivalry, ideological opposition, and competing visions for the future of the Middle East. Israel is widely believed to possess nuclear weapons, though it has never officially confirmed their existence and has not signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Iran, by contrast, is a signatory to the treaty and has allowed inspections by the International Atomic Energy Agency. Despite this, Iran's nuclear program has remained one of the central issues driving international tension. Critics argue that Tehran seeks the capability to develop nuclear weapons, while Iranian officials insist the program is designed for peaceful purposes. But some analysts believe the nuclear issue may only be part of a much larger geopolitical struggle. Behind the debate over nuclear weapons lies a global competition for energy and influence. Iran sits at the center of one of the world's most strategically important regions for oil and gas. Its role in global energy markets makes it significant not only to the Middle East, but also to major world powers, including China. China's economy depends heavily on imported energy. Iran exports a large portion of its oil to China, accounting for roughly 80% of Iran's oil exports. However, this supply represents only a fraction of China's overall energy needs, with the remainder coming from Russia and several Central Asian countries. Even so, Iran's stability remains important for China's long-term energy security. As tensions in the Middle East escalate, the role of global powers becomes increasingly complex. China and Russia have largely remained cautious observers, avoiding direct involvement while monitoring developments closely. Some analysts argue that prolonged conflict in the region can indirectly benefit these powers by diverting Western attention and resources away from other geopolitical arenas. For Russia, already engaged in conflict in Ukraine, instability in the Middle East could shift the focus of American military planning. For China, any prolonged weakening of US influence in the region could alter the balance of global power. In this sense, the conflict surrounding Iran is not simply a regional issue, but part of a much broader geopolitical competition. There are also indications that Iran receives indirect strategic support from its partners. Reports have suggested that intelligence sharing, including satellite imagery, has provided Tehran with greater awareness of military activity across the region. High-resolution images of foreign military bases have occasionally appeared in open sources, raising questions about the depth of cooperation between Iran and other global powers. But external support alone does not explain Iran's resilience. The deeper explanation lies in how Iran has structured its military doctrine. Iran understands that it cannot compete directly with the United States or its allies in terms of conventional military technology. Its air force is limited, and its navy lacks the large aircraft carriers and advanced fleets possessed by Western powers. Instead of trying to match these capabilities, Iran has chosen a different path. Its strategy is based on asymmetric warfare. Rather than confronting stronger militaries head-on, Iran focuses on exploiting weaknesses, spreading conflict across multiple domains, and forcing its adversaries to fight on terms that favor Iran's strengths. This approach combines missile technology, drone warfare, underground infrastructure, and regional alliances into a layered system of deterrence. Despite lacking cutting-edge aircraft or massive naval fleets, Iran has demonstrated an ability to sustain prolonged confrontations. Even short conflicts lasting days can reveal how prepared Iran is for sustained pressure. Part of this resilience also lies in the survival of its leadership structure. Throughout history, national leaders often become central symbols during wartime. Eliminating them can sometimes strengthen rather than weaken resistance. In Iran's case, figures such as Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei represent not only political authority but also ideological continuity. Their survival reinforces the perception of national endurance and provides a central figure for negotiation when conflicts eventually move toward diplomacy. Understanding Iran's military philosophy requires examining the fundamental pillars of warfare. Traditionally, wars are determined by two primary factors: capability and resolve. Capability refers to the strength of a country's military equipment, technology, and resources. Resolve refers to the willingness of a nation and its population to endure hardship and continue fighting. Iran appears to rely on a third pillar: survivability. Over decades, Iran has invested heavily in infrastructure designed specifically to withstand powerful airstrikes. Underground facilities, reinforced tunnels, and hidden missile bases form a network built to survive bombardment. These structures allow Iran to preserve critical military capabilities even if large portions of its surface infrastructure are damaged. The concept is simple but effective. If weapon systems and leadership structures can survive the opening phase of a war, the country retains the ability to continue fighting. This strategy becomes even more effective when combined with Iran's rapidly expanding missile and drone programs. Among Iran's most notable systems is the Khaybar-Shikan ballistic missile. Named after a historic battle, the missile has a reported range of approximately 2,500 kilometers, placing targets across the Middle East within reach. Such capabilities allow Iran to strike strategic locations far beyond its borders. Alongside these missiles, Iran has developed a vast fleet of low-cost drones. Some of these unmanned aircraft can be produced for as little as $10,000 to $20,000. Their affordability allows them to be manufactured in large numbers, creating swarms that can overwhelm traditional air defenses. Iranian drone technology has already drawn international attention. Variants of these drones have reportedly been exported and used in conflicts beyond the Middle East, demonstrating their adaptability in modern warfare. Iran's broader strategy is not simply about launching attacks. Instead, it aims to make warfare economically and militarily unsustainable for its opponents. By targeting infrastructure, supply chains, and production facilities, Iran seeks to increase the cost of prolonged conflict. Regional instability has also created complex challenges for neighboring countries. Pakistan, for example, faces the delicate task of balancing its relationships with multiple regional powers. While seeking to avoid becoming entangled in additional conflicts along its borders, Pakistan has occasionally positioned itself as a potential mediator between rival states, including Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United States. Meanwhile, the technological arms race between Iran and Israel continues to intensify. Iran has developed a wide range of missile systems, including anti-ship missiles such as the Rad, with a range of around 350 kilometers. It has also deployed long-range drones like the Shahed series, capable of traveling approximately 2,000 kilometers while carrying explosive payloads. Some Iranian missile systems are believed to carry payloads approaching 1 ton. In recent years, Iranian engineers have also experimented with advanced designs that could potentially increase speed and maneuverability, making interception more difficult. Israel, however, maintains one of the most sophisticated air defense networks in the world. Systems such as Arrow 3, David's Sling, and the Iron Dome create multiple layers of missile interception designed to stop incoming threats at different altitudes and distances.